Hey, I wanted to come on today and share a little bit from my book, The Autoimmune Warrior's Healing Key. I wrote this book to be able to help other autoimmune warriors turn their health around and get their life back. I was diagnosed in 2007 with complex regional pain syndrome. And then in 2011, I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism. And in 2012, systemic lupus. And then in 2014, mixed connective tissue disease. And then I topped it off in 2016 with invasive melanoma. So round about the time that I got my diagnosis for skin cancer, I was already starting to take steps, thank goodness, to turn my health around. And I was able to get off all of the medications that I'd been on for so many years. I was able to turn around my health symptoms that had been so debilitating for so long, and I was really able to reclaim my life. And I wrote this book in order to be able to help other autoimmune warriors do the same. So I wanted to share today a little bit about from chapter 2, and it's about mindset. I've got a lot of mindset stuff in this book. I've also talked about my specific autoimmune symptoms and action that I actually took to be able to turn my health around. So it's kind of a life guide and a practical guide for everything to do with getting your life back on track after an autoimmune diagnosis. So from chapter 2, every next choice you make day after day can get you closer to where you want to go if you set a goal and start focusing on it. Or it can take you further from it. You have the power every minute of every day to change your outcome and write your own story from this point forward. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. It's not easy, but it's so worth it. It really doesn't matter which malfunction you are having. There are common denominators to the perfect storm of what contributes to autoimmune illness. I didn't do specific different things for each of my 4 diagnoses. I did all the things you're going to learn about, and my malfunctioning endocrine system began to normalize again. Recently, a friend asked me the source of my radical discipline superpower. I got goosebumps. I've been told many times that I am too headstrong, too stubborn, too hardcore, or too focused, too something, in a judgmental tone. For decades, well into adulthood, I've tried to shine less brightly around certain people because my past shining moments of drive and determination were met with insults or condescending remarks that stung at the time and for years afterward. They played in a loop in my head, validating my own insecurities and limiting beliefs. This emotional turmoil only added to my chronic stress. My guess is you've been teased or shamed about whatever your special superpower or lane of genius is too. Friend, embrace the things that make you you. You are worthy, you are deserving, and you have unique gifts to share. To consider that being radically disciplined is not common and is not something everyone knows how to do gave me pause. Could it be that people don't know how to be disciplined even when they want to be? This gave me renewed focus on how to help people not only with autoimmune illness, but every aspect of their lives. I thought this might even be the X factor in my own healing journey and why I've been able to get better while others who also want to get better still struggle. But this was only part of it. I'm not radically disciplined about everything, but I am radically disciplined about things that matter to me. Have you been wanting to improve your health but not decided on a plan of action? You don't know what to change, and it's easier to stay in old habits, right? People do this in their finances too, and in so many other aspects of their lives. A year may go by, or 5. They still say they want to improve this, that, or the other, and yet they haven't. And when it comes to health or finances, trying to ignore the problem doesn't stop it from getting worse. There comes a point in time when you can't keep delaying decisions. You're missing out on everything by not doing anything. Sometimes what feels easy, like eating the familiar food we know isn't good for us, or sitting on the couch scrolling social media for several hours a day, is just a distraction from doing the hard, uncomfortable things. Our subconscious minds are hardwired to choose what feels safe, familiar, and to take paths of least resistance, usually the most ingrained habits, because these are survival mechanisms. So I'll stop there. I could go on and on because I want to just leave that sit with you and want to encourage you to start looking at things that maybe you are putting off doing in your life that you know will be helpful, but for some reason you've been procrastinating on or trying to talk yourself out of. And maybe it's time now to really examine those things and set some goals and take some actionable small steps. They don't have to be big steps. Sometimes taking a big step seems really daunting and then you don't take any steps at all. So try taking some little steps and see how that goes. Now, I am also coaching autoimmune warriors. So if you are interested in having some one-on-one coaching and an accountability partner for getting your life back on track, I would love to have a chat about that. So you can find out more about me and what I do on my website at joprongerfaulkner.com. I also have an autoimmune healing group that's free to join. I share a ton of information, and it's called Holistic Healing for Autoimmune Warriors. I hope to see you soon.